Daniel is now flying to Iceland for his ultimate challenge. We've given him a week to learn a totally new language from scratch, and then go live on national television. Even the locals say that Icelandic is confusing and unpronounceable.
The difficult bit is the grammar, I would say, but we have funny sounds where you have nowhere in the middle, like snerra. You do like a sound like this.
With the clock ticking, Daniel badly needs some lessons, but his teacher doesn't seem hopeful.
There is a myth that it's impossible to learn Icelandic. So the foreigners that I get to teach, they have this feeling. It's like you would say impossible. Impossible for a human to learn this in a week. Just omögulegt. That's the Icelandic word for impossible. In a colloquial speak, if a native speaker speaking...
Daniel's brain power may have met its limits.
First, when you get into a new language, it's like a buzz. That's what you hear. You don't hear words, you just hear blah, 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 blah. And for the ear, it takes time to adjust and tune in and trying to find the sounds.
It's one thing to learn the language, to speak it, to be able to produce it, to actually, talk with somebody. Comprehension, actually listening to the language and understanding it. That's something else, because it takes time for the ear to actually get used to the totally different sounds.
Góðan daginn. Hver dagsins?
With a day to go before Daniel's live chat show, his teacher's early doubts are turning to amazement.
He was like a vacuum cleaner. I can see he was sucking up the words, and he was just putting it in his brain.
Little by little, hour by hour, I'm just beginning to tune in and hear more and more of the language and understand more and more of it.
It's one thing to chat with your teacher. Speaking live to 250,000 people is the real test.
I have no idea what will come out tomorrow night. If you get too stressed, nothing is going to come out.
The 7 days are up, and Daniel is making last-minute preparations before he goes live on air.
Okay, tell me when to go on.
Myndum ótrúlegt minni hans og tungumálanámið hluti af því. Við ætlum að reyna að tala við Daniel Tammet á íslensku næstu mínúturnar. Velkomin.
Velkomin. Hvernig hefur gengið að læra?
Mjög vel, takk. Íslensk fyrir mig svo falleg og já, erfitt að læra á 7 dögum. Þegar ég sé Íslendinga tala á íslensku svo auðvelt eins og anda og ég með íslensku astma.
How well has Daniel managed to speak Icelandic after just a week of learning the language from scratch?
Íslendingur tala ekki málfræði.
Astonishingly, it looks like Daniel has pulled it off.
Mjög gott að tala íslensku með Íslendinga.
I was amazed. He was responding to our questions. He did understand them very well, and I thought that his grammar was very good.
Mig langar að segja svo meira.
We are very proud of our language, and that someone is able to speak it after only 1 week. That's just great.
Okay, frábær.
Takk fyrir.
So Daniel is definitely unique. I would say him as a genius, and for me, I will never ever get in touch with a person or a student as gifted as he is, because it's almost beyond. It's not human.
There's no doubt that abilities like Daniel's are extremely rare. World authority on savants, Dr. Darrell Treffert, has spent a lifetime studying the Rain Man phenomenon and is in no doubt where to rank Daniel.
My estimate is there are probably fewer than 50 such people living worldwide. I think Daniel's ability is at a prodigious level, because it would be spectacular. If that were to be seen in any of us, it would be spectacular.
Equally, though, Daniel has been blessed with almost miraculous good fortune.
The line between profound talent and profound disability seems really and surprisingly thin one.
The way Daniel can describe his inner world is giving scientists a window into the brain that they've never had. But the truth is, their journey of exploration is only just beginning.
The bigger question is whether we all have some of those abilities within us, and that is what I refer to as the little Rain Man within each of us.
What I do, I don't think it's supernatural, I don't think it's something that can't be explained. Who knows, there may be abilities here that everyone can perhaps tap into in some way.
Savant syndrome is challenging us to think in new ways about intelligence and what intelligence is.